So it occurred to me the other day when I was endlessly scrolling through Reddit and car forums and other just crap on my phone that I was have been spending a hell of a lot more time on my phone year over year um, than I used to. And I noticed some disturbing trends about how long I was on it, and I was trying to figure out exactly why um, why I couldn't put it down and stay off of it. And I noticed a couple predominant things. One, I would keep my phone away from me, at least on the table or whatever. And if it was within arm's reach at all, I would grab the thing, pick it up, check a couple things, and I'd be back on it. So I realized get it away so I can't like pick it up, like go all the way to the point where it's out of reach, so that I have to get off my lazy ass and actually go up and pick it up. That works for a little bit because you create this mental state break where you're like, oh, I'm going to get my phone, and I told myself I wouldn't. However, I would get some bullshit notification or text or something, and sure enough, I would pick up my phone and I'd be back on it because I'd be on it and then I'd sit back down and it would be with me. So I was thinking to myself, what if there was some way I could put my phone down in the modern era and lock it away in a fucking box, per se, for the entire day without the fear of missing out of social engagement. So, if only there was some way to get my iPhone to only tell me that something important has happened and to disregard everything else. And then it occurred to me, oh wait, I'm a fucking programmer. I can just do it myself. So that's what this video is. People that are not coders, stay tuned for to the end, because there are ways to actually do this, believe it or not, without needing to be a programmer. But I'm a programmer, so I'm going to over-engineer the shit out of this solution, or at least I thought I was, and then I'm going to show you guys what my plan is. So my plan of attack was basically to detect that I received a text message, but not from my phone, because the whole point of this was to not have my phone anywhere near me. But detect it from, say, my Mac, and then decide based off of the content of that text message whether I should really be alerted to the point where I'm going to respond to somebody and maybe go outside and hang out with people. So I found this Node module called OSA iMessage, which I can install and leverage from a Node server and detect text messages and then go from there. And then somehow we're going to notify myself that, I received one of those. So here we go. I basically have a program where if certain trigger phrases are contained in the text message and annoying people that know that I have this do not phone thing set up and are trying to troll me are not detected as being senders, I will initiate some kind of trigger. So that's the first half, and believe it or not, the hardest half of this project. However, I need to decide what to do to let myself know, as in least annoyingly as possible, that I have an event that I want to respond to. I thought about using the say command.
Alarm.
But that quickly got annoying as hell really fast, especially doing that in a repeat. So the whole point is I wanted this to almost be like a phone answering machine from the late 90s. So if I come home, I put the keys down, and there's something important waiting for me, I almost want to see it like a blinking light. And then, of course, literally the idea of a smart light bulb popped into my head. So I went ahead and bought one of those off of Amazon, which connects to HomeKit, and installed it. And I was preparing to actually go into this whole thing where I opened up Xcode and started using HomeKit and coding in Swift. And it turns out it's way simpler than that. Literally all I need to do is add this shortcut inside what's called shortcuts in Mac, and create this shortcut. Since I already have the light bulb set up in my HomeKit, create this thing called light to yellow, which will turn the light bulb on, set it to a specific color, and then now that this is saved, if I run the light to yellow command from the terminal, it will run this shortcut from this Mac server. With that in place, I'm going to go ahead and test this server. It works. So whatever color I want to set will let me know that it means I have a text that I should respond to, and very likely it means that there's some socializing in my future. So I've officially over-engineered and over-architected a solution to this problem. So since I put this ridiculous system in place, I actually used it for an entire Monday where I had my phone in a box and I wasn't on it for the entire day. And it was awesome. I felt very relaxed. I watched a baseball game and just kind of chilled in my apartment, played some video games, and I didn't feel this constant need to check to see if somebody was trying to get a hold of me to hang out or do anything. And it was nice. When I checked my screen time at the end of the day, it was a massive difference from just a few days ago. And I'm definitely gonna have the phoneless day at least once a week going on in perpetuity. I did find after I did some of the legwork for this project, believe it or not, there's a way to do this almost entirely inside Shortcuts for the iPhone, but it's a little bit more tedious and you don't have exact control over how to respond to messages. And I wasn't about to key in the dozen or 24 phrases that I used to trigger the light bulb or whatever. But if you're not a coder, you don't have those skills, and you want to do this kind of project yourself, it's really awesome that Mac and Apple have allowed this automation system to kind of grow. And if it starts adding stuff like ability to respond to notifications from other apps, then I could definitely see myself adding it into this ecosystem for phoneless notifications. So, but anyway, I hope you guys got something out of this. Or whatever. I mean, I hope it was neat. And if any of you guys want to try doing your own like phoneless once a week HomeKit kind of crazy stuff, I recommend it. So thanks for watching.